Evet. Yes. I was almost going to start talking English and Turkish. So this class is in English, somatic. Just making sure that my charger is on. Cat. Lily. Lily is wanting to scratch my yoga mat. That is not nice. All right, so we are not going to go out of charge. Yes, we got some time as we are scheduled to start at 2 o'clock today, live time. And if you are watching the recording, you know that you are just going to jump about 10 minutes forwards. Today's exercise, today's class is a very, very core-oriented class. We're going to find again that solid center, and that's why we're doing only 60 minutes. It's more of a sort of a Pilates kind of class today. So let us give it a little bit time so that everyone can come and be in yoga room in time. And I will play with my cat and prevent her from scratching my mat, because this is such a good mat. And the only scratches that have ever been made is from the cats. Yes, and it's very clear that they have the scratching on the mat. I'm sad about that. So for today's class, you don't need anything else except yourself and possibly a blanket or two. Yes, so you can use the blanket also between our knees if we're going to do something like that. No need for a block, just a blanket. It's really tempting her to start scratching the mat. Yes, no, this is our Lily. Yeah, Lily is our little cat, girl cat. Yes, okay, that's good. She is going. Good. As you do class at home, I'm sure that you are distracted by your own either cleaning or lack of cleaning, and you totally look at those spaces that could be cleaned a little better. Yes. Stop my cat to scratch the mat. Lily, there is a little ball. Here we go. Let me have my time here ready as well. Good. Yes, so if you are there at home and just chilling right now, you have your mat ready and you have your blankets ready, you could lie down, and you're welcome to lie with your knees bent, if you like, with your knees resting to each other, arms open, and just focus on your breath. This is for those who are already there in their yoga room, waiting for practice to begin, so you can take the time to relax. Deep inhales and exhales in a comfortable position. So now this is the knees are falling to each other if you want to keep your knees bent, or if you're comfortable stretching your legs straight, you can also relax with your legs straight. Just focus on your breath, and I'm hoping that you are there in your home, having the peace and quiet required for full concentration. And if you have your friends and family there and doing something during the time of the class, just allow that to be in the background. Sometimes the universe organizes us some sounds in the background to keep us in this moment and come back that something took you away and you started to think about the past or think about and plan the future. And it's quite a challenge to keep yourself focused on this moment and not start thinking something that happens right after this class or this evening or those plans that you have for any time soon. Relax. You can still be comfortable on the floor, and specifically during this time in Cyprus is not warm. It is quite chilly, so I'm hoping that you have long sleeves, socks on, you're warm. We will keep moving in today's practice, and yes, as I said, this is a core oriented practice with the hip movements. I have used this following the exercise that we're going to do today in my private lessons, and I found it very efficient indeed. So this is good for the hips, good for the core, and also the iliotibial tract on the outer side. This gets tight, and when that gets tight, and if it stays tight for a long time without stretching, you could create a problem for sciatic nerve. So it could go so tight and it starts to pull from the gluteal here. And then once that is tight, that blocks the sciatic nerve from flowing freely and then could create tension there. So this is a very good exercise for that as well. And if you ever during this hour feel that something is too strong for you, always ease out. Ease out the power of using the muscles. Also, if you ever get a cramp, that is a sign that you have engaged the muscle beyond your limit. Every muscle has their limit, and you have to practice to push the limit always further and further. Pain is not an answer. So if anything cramping, release, stop. Stop moving. Do not keep pushing it. Relax, release the cramp, and then try to engage the muscle again slowly, so that you keep working, but it's not going to be so aggravated or so surprised. Yes, I know, Lily, you want to scratch my mat, but not now. And they don't scratch it if I roll the mat to upright position somewhere, but as soon as I lay the mat down, that is the best place to go and scratch. Just another 3 minutes according to my time in my phone. Yeah, computer time is a little more ahead. Yes. I have to watch you, Lily, because you like to scratch. Don't want it anymore. And she's very playful right now. Yes. Play with her. Yeah. So that's how time flies, and we're almost there. I've started many of the classes already outside. And it's just that the somatic yoga, gentler yogas need a little bit more warmth. Go, Lily, go. This is too cold to do. It's too cold outside to do this gentle yoga unless you're really in the sun. And you can order sun for the class. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. I did teach this morning, and as soon as we were done with the 1.5 hour vinyasa in the morning, it started rain. It's perfect timing. We got cleared out. Everybody got home, I think. And then it's complete rain and wind at this time. Spring is coming. It just goes a little bit like this before spring is really warm and we can take maybe all the classes outside. Maybe it will just slide in and we do live stream all the way until we can be outside. Yes, now we are almost there. If you have been continuing relaxing on the floor till now, very good. We can start our class in 1 minute. Yes, and my cat Lily continues to threaten my mat. Good. I think it's time to go for it. And this is the sign for everyone that now the class is really going to start. And Lily is probably joining me for these exercises. Yes, strong core. Okay, so we're going to lie down on the floor. I'm going to take a little bit different angle for this so that I can keep an eye on my movement and visual, and then you can hear me better. So let's roll down. If you are upright, take the time and moment now to roll down, to lie on your back. Very slowly. Keep breathing. Control it. And lie on your back. Turn your palms upward. Make sure that your heels are comfortable and they are not too far away from pelvis and not too tight, but comfortable under your knees. Open your arms and our good old windshield wiper. It's perfect to start. So let's only start with your knees first. And also there's always many ways of doing your windshield wiper. I prefer that we are gentle and slow and thoughtful while you do the windshield wiper. And I'm hoping that you can hear me with no problems and you close your eyes. So as you close your eyes, you immediately have more sensation what is happening in the core. You have to pull the legs up with your core. So you start really pull the belly button in and drag the legs upright, and then you let them and release them to side, and same thing happened. Let your nose turn to opposite direction. Those who have taken my classes before know that yes, this is it, what we do. We are rotating from the lower spine to one direction, and then the upper spine, the cervical spine, your neck is rotating to opposite direction, and you're actually creating a perfect spiral in your spine. Keep your breath comfortable. Do not go faster, rather go slow. So you can really follow the timing that you are with your knees and your nose back to upright at the same time, and you turn away from the center simultaneously. Now come back to center, wash rag exercise. You have your arms completely on the side like a T. And now, as you're letting your knees go to one side and you turn your nose to another, that side where your nose is turning, you can really let go your legs, relax. Again, one tip, do not bring your feet together. Your feet are apart while you're doing your knee sways. Maybe not to be visible with my black socks. So you're going to go, turn your head away from your knees, and then you rotate that arm that you have on that side where your nose is looking. You can see my hand. So I rotate my arm as far as I can. That feels good. There is a contraction coming between the ear and the shoulder. So you squeeze it softly, and then everything returns back to the same, back to the center at the same time. And again to the other direction. Knees go to other, nose goes to the other, And that side arm is going to rotate really in. So now I'm lifting the arm for you to see, but keep your arm on the floor. Everything unwinds back to center. Again, continue in your own time, eyes closed. You're always rotating that arm where your nose is going towards as far as you can. And I really lift my shoulder blade off the floor, unwinding at the same time. And again to the other direction. Do both sides one more time in your own timing. Again, allow your core, take your legs up. And we come back to center. Totally, hopefully feeling yourself relaxed and focused to the class. Let us come to chair. I love the chair because it's the most simple core exercise there is. You find the knees right on top of your pelvis. Watch that you are like that. Again, we've done this before. You can do this if you feel that your lower back is too sensitive to keep it there, or that your core is indeed weak and you are not able to do this. And what happens is that you start to arch your lower back. You want to really press the sacrum to floor, solid core. You can have a not neutral spine. I rather tend to press the lower back to the floor to feel safer, and I feel the core better. And placing your hands on top of your thighs. And now you're just going to sit, relaxed ankles. You are going to exhale and press your legs away. So they are not going to be winning. The legs are not losing, but the legs are not winning. So you're trying to stay where you are. Exhale and press. And inhale, soften the press. The legs are not moving. Exhale, press. And soften. You feel the belly button. You have to keep the belly button down. Feel the whole core. And there's a softness, but the core continues working. One more. Press. And release. If you feel that you're pressing too hard, you can even start shaking. Then release the pressure. The point is not to break into sweat when you're pressing your legs away. Let's take it a little further. Anytime during these breaks, you can do an easy windshield wiper, letting your core release, or you tap with your hands easily on the core. I've slightly changed the angle now. So let's come back to chair. And you're going to place your right hand on the left thigh. Now crossing. Nothing else is changing. Your upper body is in place. And same thing. The left thigh is not going to move as you are pressing with an exhale. And the left arm is here on the floor, nice and comfortable. The right leg is going to straighten with your exhale. And inhale, you return back to the chair. So let's do that 4 times again. Right hand, pressing the left thigh away. Remember that your neck is nice and long. Bring your chin down, connect to the belly button, and make sure that your knees are not easily coming over your belly button, but they stay little further away. That feels right for your chair. Let's start. So you're going to inhale as prepared, and you're pressing and extending your right leg as you exhale. And inhale back to center, soften the pressure. Exhale, extend. And inhale. If you feel that there's anything happening in your pelvis, you are not to extend the leg too low. Rather diagonal. Continue. And soften. One more. Exhale, press. And inhale, center. Take a break. Bring your legs down. And I would like you to do your imprinting. So again, placing your lower back to the floor, lifting your clockwork here, your 6 o'clock a little bit higher, and then tilting back And we're lifting your 12 o'clock a little bit higher, so your 6 o'clock is down. And just a few times. Keep your breath moving. And come back to center. Again, you can rock a little bit pelvis side to side. This is the 3 and 9 o'clock in your hip bones. They keep coming up. Yes, so I feel quite warm already. This exercise really does it. And we're going to do the other side. So return back to your chair and place your left hand on the right thigh. Same thing. Now left leg is going to stretch. Don't need to point your ankles. Don't go too low because that's the point, and easily you start to kick from the pelvis. So let's start. Right arm relaxed. Left hand is going to press. Inhale, prepare. And there we go. Exhale. Inhale, return the leg and soften pressure. Exhale. Inhale. Remember that the right leg is working to stay and you are pressing. Exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. Maybe do one more bonus one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back and relax. Now do your imprinting and lift your pelvis high. Just to give a little bit of stretch in front of the thighs. Nice breath here. And you slowly, slowly come back down like a chain of thoughts. Do that one more time. I'm arching, making space underneath your spine, and then you just imprint the lower back to the floor and slowly, slowly coming back up all the way. Again, we don't want to go too much into yoga bridge, which makes a lot of pressure on your neck possibly. So you just want to keep your shoulder blades down on the floor and coming down. Straighten your legs and relax and tap the knees to the floor. How are your thighs? I feel very strong, quite challenged. So let's see how we're going to do this next exercise. And it starts from the chair and will be very good for your hips. So I'm wondering which angle would be the best for you to follow, possibly this way, so that you can then sometimes look into if you need any help. So you are sitting in the chair like we did before. You keep your arms diagonal so you can take support from the arms if needed. Watch that the shoulders are coming up. So you want to have a nice back as if you are in this chair. We're going to start with your right leg, and you will do your best to remain with the chair fold of 90 degrees in your legs and don't let it change in any way. Let's try. So you keep there. Right leg is going first to the side. So you try to, as much as you can, keep the 90-degree angle. And you're going to open the door. And we're talking about opening the door and so wide as you can. Now, you can see that my right leg is coming to the floor, but I'm trying to keep the left knee and the shin to the ceiling. You can see that I have come off on the side of my pelvis. Slowly, slowly, we're going to come back up. So the left is not going anywhere. So you slowly, slowly start lifting the right leg up again, and they will unite in the center. Let's go to the left side. Again, slowly, slowly, keeping the chair. You are opening the door. Watch that the foot starts to turn. You want to keep the door solid on its hinges, and you are only lowering, lowering, lowering. Keep your core solid. You are not arching your lower back. You are opening, opening, opening. Keep sending the right knee to the ceiling. Yes, really, 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 really good. My right side of my sacrum is off the floor. To remain in this position is a lot for your core. And we're going to come back. So let's close the door. Lift the left leg. And the right side of your sacrum is slowly returning back to the floor. And the knees and feet are meeting. Let's do the other side again. So 2 more times, right and left. Keep your eyes closed if you can. For me, unfortunately, I need to keep my eyes open so that I don't lose the shape of the 90 degrees in the knees. So opening the door, you can cover up with your arms so that you are indeed remaining upward with your left knee. And then as you reach the bottom, you will start coming back up nice and slow, remaining in the chair. Quite strong massage for your sacrum as well. Left side, your knees have possibly met in the middle, and you are going with your left. Keep breathing comfortably, just following every centimeter of that movement. Every centimeter of movement. Keep it going, keep it going. The bottom is the tough one. You don't want to open that. Keep it core solid. Right knee to the ceiling. And then we come back. Keep breathing. That's it. And they meet in the middle. Intermission. Little break. Whew. I hope you're feeling as I am. And I'm hoping that this angle is easier for you to follow if I'm facing away from you, so that you possibly are facing away from the computer as well. So let's do that again. And now we're going to close the door. So you're going to be opening the door, closing the door, opening the door, closing the door. Both sides. Let's try. Come back to your chair, knees together. Try to find that. It's so easy to bring the knees over your core, belly button. But it's hard to keep yourself in the chair. So if you feel that this is shaking, that's good. Then you're working hard. That is perfect. No, let's go. Let's do the right side. So right leg is opening. Opening. A little bit like that. Go as you did before. Opening the right side. Go all the way to the floor. Keep the left knee and shin to the ceiling. Now we are going to close the left door. Left leg is coming slowly, slowly towards the right. We want to keep the arms where they are. We're going to have a nice, perfect stretch all the way. Now, do not worry if the knee is not matching. You are just trying to find your foot. Left foot to the right foot, and then breathe and try to bring it. If they don't meet, the knees are not meeting like mine, it's fine. You just do the best you can. And we're going to come back up. So let's bring the left leg all the way up. And then the right leg all the way up. And now the left side. Again, watch that your knees have not come too far over the core. Left leg is going. Keep breathing. You're following it. You are living with it every slow moment. Right knee and shin stay to the ceiling. And now, slowly, slowly, you're going to close that door. And what the idea is that knee and foot would come at the same time. Just enjoy, 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 enjoy. At least the foot will come. If your knees don't match, that's fine. It just means that it's tight. They would match if there was no restriction. But there is, and I'm actually taking my my left hand to give it a little bit of like a press. Coming back, lifting the right leg up. Finding the center and then coming back up. And taking a break. Good. Now we're going to add on, and I'm going to turn the angle again a little bit so that it's easier for you to follow, so that you can see better. That's it. So, yes, okay. Yeah, a little break, possibly windshield wipers. Okay, I'm hoping that you're feeling here, also in the obliques, special feeling. If you feel cramping or something like that, it's important just to release it so that you are not overworking your legs. Let's do it. So now we're going to add, after we open and close the door, one time I'm going to add a little bit more of the exercise, the perfect somatic exercise for the outer iliotibial tract. So let's come back to the chair. Yes, to be in the chair is already a good feeling. So let's open the door, right leg opening. Make sure that you have warm carpet underneath so that you're not going off to cold floor with your leg. So slowly, slowly, that nice door is opening, remaining upright. Actually, you have to move a little bit with the upper body to feel that this door stays open for a moment, and then we close the left knee over to the right. That's it. The feet find each other, and then the knees. You can place your right hand over your left outer thigh and knee. And for this exercise, you can, of course, hopefully with your eyes, you can look at me, but hopefully you don't need to. Now, you keep your head and your face straight to the ceiling. No need to look away. You keep it straight and remain as upright with your spine as you can on the floor. So long spine. Now, the feet stay together and you are going to give some air between the knees. So that means that you lift your left knee up. Your feet are together. So it's like a seashell opening up. I place my right hand on the thigh or the knee, whatever feels comfortable for you. And the hand is going to press the knees together and your leg is resisting. So I resist, but my hand is winning and I bring the knee towards the other knee. When it feels that, okay, they don't meet or they don't match, that's fine. You go as far as you can. Release again and lift. My hand is there and I press with my hand the knee towards the other knee and I resist with the leg. So it's nice and slow all the way to the bottom or as far as you can. Again, release. 2 more times. And press and resist. If it ever feels too strong, this exercise, make sure that you do softer. Don't resist so much and don't press so strong. You can make it softer. Last time, release and then resist. Keep breathing, traveling slowly, slowly towards the right thigh. Now we're going to add one part. Again, you release and you're going to bring the bottom knee, which is in this side, the right knee to left. So I leave the knee there and slowly, slowly lift the right knee up to match the left knee. Now there's an empty space here on the floor and I press with my hand, both of them slowly, slowly to the floor. And you can try to relax on the bottom or wherever how far you can go. If it's too strong here, you can always close the chest a little bit and do it so that it's not so open and strong. Closing and placing your right hand, even the other hand here is okay, and it loosens us up so it's not such a big twist. So lift up the knee, lower knee, right knee is coming to the left knee, squeeze softly, and then press with your hand both knees down. It's a very strong opening here on the thigh. 2 more times. Lift and lift the bottom knee, squeeze and release down. It feels like good to exhale here. Last time. Lift and the bottom knee lifts, lifts, lifts. It's slow traveling. Squeeze your knees. And then you release the knees down. And now we're going to relax. So you relax the hand. You look away or release the neck. You probably feel that your knees, the top thigh has come down lower. Let us return back to the chair. So you have to engage that top left leg slowly, slowly, traveling again, slowly coming all the way to the ceiling, and then slowly, slowly bringing the pelvis down and bringing the other knee together. Oh my God, I think my legs are two different lengths, and come down. Now, let's take a moment to observe what has happened to that side, the left side specifically, as you were doing the same side as me. The one that we worked on is quite, feels deeper in the floor. So we gotta have the other side doing the same. You stay where you are, and I'm just going to, again, change the angle so you possibly have easier to follow should you forget. So let's come back to any kind of shaking or releasing anytime you need to. Also feeling the inner thighs. Yes, oh, I needed to do now inner thigh stretch. So let's open those knees to side and feel the inner thighs that are working nicely in this one as well with the squeeze. Let's come back to chair. Now you will open the door first to the left. So let's start. So slowly, slowly, letting that left leg go to the side. Core solid. Always important. Watch and follow that trip all the way to the floor. And you remain upright with your right. So I really have lifted my right side of my sacrum off the floor. And then the right closes the door. Slowly, slowly. And again, your feet will come together. Maybe the knees stay apart. That's fine. Mine is also not matching at this time. And place your left hand there, and you can give it a little bit of like ease out. This is harder on the side that twisting is harder for you. My open right side is not as open as the other side was for me because I tend to twist to the left easier than the right. So now let's do the same, the first part of that exercise. So you're going to lift your right knee up, feet are together, and you are going to press with your hand and resist with the leg. Softly, softly, hand is winning. You can feel that there is this twisting happening, and your knee comes down. And again, release. Keep your breath comfortable, quiet, soft, whatever it needs to be. And again, your hand is winning and your leg comes down. Slowly. And press. And again, lift up. And resist. Feels good. Again, remember, if it feels too strong at some point, for example, this hand that is opening your chest, you can bring it here so it's not so strong with the hand on the side, okay? Even if your shoulder doesn't allow it, you can have your hand here. Last time, lift up and resist. To the bottom. Now we add in the second part. So lift and then bottom. So now the foot is on the floor. My left foot is on the floor and I just lift the knee and unite the knees together and then allow my hand press it all the way down. Remember to relax in the bottom. Just give it a little bit tap. Again, release. Only as far as your hand stays on the knee. And then lift the bottom knee and squeeze. And slowly both are coming down, down, down. 2 more times. Lift the knee. Bottom knee joins. Up, 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 up. Squeeze. And slowly coming down. Last time. Lift the knee. Bottom one comes up and squeeze. And both coming down. And then we relax. So you let the arm go down. Relax as much as you can. There's this intensive pulling on the outer thigh. Very good. And let's slowly return back to the chair. So you engage your right leg and lifting the foot and the knee. Slowly, slowly coming back to beginning. The right sacrum will come towards the floor, but keep it off till now so that you can have the shin and the knee towards the ceiling. And once the left side starts to come up, you lower and lower the right side to the floor, and you will come in, knees are meeting, and relax. Good. Lie on your back. Your legs. Feel that opening. It's taking on time. And hopefully you feel that the both sides, right and left side, have come to the middle together. And your legs feel good. Let's bring, you feel that you have relaxed enough. Bend the knees again. Bring your feet up. And then you begin to roll again. Let's do a few rolls towards the wrist to open up again the front. So you can rock, arching the lower back off the floor and then down to imprinting, rolling spine. Again, no need to rush at any point. So as soon as you come to maximum, you will start returning slowly, slowly down and relax. Now, if you have a blanket nearby, it should be, put the blanket between your knees or a pillow or anything else that you have very close by where your hands reach. And let's do that again. So now you keep that blanket in a soft squeeze. And again, So rolling vertebra by vertebra all the way up. And then slowly coming down. One more time. Eyes closed. Everything is good. You're doing in your own timing. Nice and slow. Better slower than too fast that you skip any of those vertebrae. And coming down slowly. Good. And release. Take the blanket off or whatever you have, bring your knees to chest. And let's take the inner thigh stretch again. So open your knees to side. Very good for the inner thighs. They have also a lot to do with your balance of your knees, balance of your pelvis, and your back, the positions of the whole pelvis. A very important part of your anatomy. And then let's straighten your knees if you can. Make it a little bit more intense. That stretch for your inner thighs. You can hold if you're very flexible, you can hold your toes. If not, we keep your knees softly bent. If it's uncomfortable to straighten, or lift your legs higher. Yes. Oh, I really feel this in my inner thighs today, especially. Good. Let's bring knees up. We're going to rock up to seated position. If you don't like rocking up and down, you can just lift yourself up. I like to rock a few times. And you come up. If you like to sit on your blanket, you can. Specifically, if you feel that this position is difficult for you. Yeah? So if you feel that butterfly is difficult and you feel like you're back here, it's important to sit on something so you can straighten your spine. So let's do another nice somatic move, or how you say dynamic move. You're going to keep your elbows out and round, so don't let your elbows go completely straight. Round up your elbows a little bit, and you're going to bring your knees up and squeeze again the inner thighs to your arms. That's it, the whole leg, you squeeze into your arms. Take a nice inhale, and then you drop them down. And you can do a little bit of butterfly. Again, let's do that again. Lift your knees up and squeeze to your arms. Pull the belly button in. And then relax. That's it. 2 more times. Again, as much as you can and what feels good into your hips. If there is aggravation inside, then just too soft. It doesn't have to be so high. It could be just a little bit of activation. And you can even open up your hands and you could do this one. There's always different versions to make it softer, and then do that. Any version you like to do. And squeeze. Nice inhale and exhale, drop. One more. Squeeze. Inhale and exhale, drop. Good. Let's send your feet a little bit further out to like a diamond, and then relax over. And while you're relaxed over, and again, you can be anywhere at all. Don't have to be here in the front. I secretly practice all the time. That's why I'm so far from, but everybody is in their own. Maybe you are further than me. That's fine. So while you are wherever you are, just roll your shoulders That's it. Try to bring your shoulders to your ears and then send them back. And I'm having my hands on my feet. So when I have my shoulders going up and back, I'm pressing against the feet. You could do this anywhere. You could do pressure on the legs. Good. And relax the shoulder and relax over your legs. Take one more nice breath. And roll back up. One more nice stretch. You bring your feet a little bit closer so that the diamond is not so big. A little bit closer. And now you support yourself with one hand on the back. And you press the other hand on the thigh. And what I want is just like soothe and massage, pressing with my hand away from the groin towards the knee. That's it. While I'm pressing, I'm also pressing the leg a little bit down towards the floor. And then if this one wants to be a little bit higher, that's fine too. Let's switch on the hand. And again, pressing. You can massage for your inner side of your thigh. You don't have to use the heel of your hand. You could even use your thumb if that feels better. Good. And tap the legs in. Let's bring the knees in and shake the legs. Okay, I'm hoping that you're feeling more movement range in the hips after these exercises, and you feel all together better and good. Let's do an exercise on your stomach, because as you do core in the front, you got to do core from the back side. So let's go down and lie on your tummy again so that you are comfortable. This is one of my favorite exercises, and it could be that we repeated this already on these live streams. Who knows? I mean, I should know. But as I create the live streams always from that moment, I sometimes tend to repeat exercises as well. So I'm hoping that you can visually see, and you have your legs relaxed, you have your hands on top of each other, and you're going to place your forehead on top. And I think that we have done a similar exercise on the very first time that I had Somatic live stream when our lockdown here in Cyprus started. I think so. So, this is how you're going to be and relax. And you're going to only lift your head. So remember, you're going to keep your forearms on the floor and the elbows on the floor, and not going to lift your elbows up. Eyes closed. No need to look. Everything is good. Relax your pelvis, relax your legs, and you're only going to lift your head up. So press softly your hands solidly to the floor. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, and you think that you can really lengthen the spine when you're lifting your head. And your limit is your own head lift. So you can go to your maximum. Don't stretch your chin out too much, because you don't want that here under your neck is too stretchy or it's too much. Should not feel straining on your neck, front neck. So you're gonna lift your head and go down. I'm sure you already gone down while I've been talking. And you come up again. Now relax your glutes, relax everything else. You're just going to be going up and down. Very slowly, eyes closed. Forehead coming back to your hands. Keep doing this I'm just changing my angle for a moment for this exercise. Keep staying and doing. So your breath is staying comfortable. Basically, I love the word comfortable. I'm using it all the time. Comfortable means suitable for you. Good. One more time. Start hopefully feeling in the spine between the shoulder blades that is really working nicely. Now, next time when you go and lift your head, just gonna stay and pause. Lengthen your right leg and let it float off the floor. Keep that belly button pulled in and both head and leg are just floating down, lowering down to floor. Again, you're only lifting your head first to your maximum, wherever high you feel good. Then you want to activate the length on your left toe, as if someone is pulling your toe and then pulling your leg off the floor. Keep your knees straight. And then slowly lowering down. Head alone. Activate the right big toe, lengthen, pull, float, and both lowering down at the same time. Head alone. Pause. Lengthen big toe, stretching left leg. And down. If you're still feeling good, let's do both legs at the same time. Head alone and stop, pause and lengthen. Somebody's pulling your both big toes, lengthening up and slowly coming down. Again, lifting up. Somebody pulling your toes up and lowering down. I feel so good. We're going to do 2 more times. I already made this. I made this for Vinyasa people this morning. We did this exercise because it feels so good. And everything down. Let's do 1 more as it is. I'm hoping you're feeling good. Head floating, pause. Both feet again. It's not about height. It's just I feel good. And I definitely feel it in my shoulder blade area. We're going to add 1 more aspect. Lifting your hands off. So head is floating up. Now remember where your forehead is. Both legs up. If you should feel anything in your lower back when you start to lift your hands to your to your forehead, floating, everything comes down at the same time. Lifting your head, sending the legs, lifting the arms. You're breathing the whole time and floating down. 2 more. Lifting the head. Pull that belly button in. Floating the legs. Lifting the arms. And slowly down. Last time. Floating with head. Floating the legs. Lifting your arms. And coming down. Very good. Bring your arms next to your body. Turn one cheek to the floor. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Turn the other cheek to the floor. Deep inhale and exhale. Come back to center. And let's slowly start to lift ourselves to tabletop. And do a few cats. Rounding, pressing the floor away. So now specifically that shoulder blade area, you can target it by stretching and pressing the floor away. Let's do one more. Lengthen and press the floor away. Come to child's pose, releasing. Arms stay in the front. Relax your forehead to the floor. And you want to stay in your child's, however it feels good for you. So maybe you just pull them forward or more down, but just relax. Inhales and exhales. I'm hoping that you're comfortable to stay a little bit longer here. You're just releasing the hips, the knees, your spine and your head. Final inhale and exhale. Feels very good. We're going to do a moving. As long as you're still comfortable and in this position, you're going to do a drag with your arms. So you're going to just drag your arms. Come up. And then you lower yourself back down by dragging and sending your hands forward. And again, suck the core in, belly buttons in, really round your back. Bring your chin to chest. Then you can keep breathing however you want. You don't have to specifically breathe in any way. And then you can also walk. If you feel like, oh, I don't want to drag, I can walk. You can do that. Same thing when you core. You can walk one by one. One more time, whichever option feels good to you. Come back to seated position and we send our legs forward. Final exercise, let's come down. Again, take that time, either with hands or without hands. That's it. Your spinal maintenance. One of those beautiful exercises. You don't have to squeeze your legs too much now if you feel like that. Hands very lightly in your back of your head and you start. Remember that the elbows go straight to the ceiling and not towards the knees. Straight to the ceiling, soft squeeze with your knees together, lifting up your upper body as high as you can. And then opening your elbows, opening your knees, and I'm not wiggling my feet, my bottoms of my feet together. I just leave them there, and then I arch softly my back. Again, imprinting, bringing the lower back to ground, lifting your knees to each other, and then activating and lifting your elbows to the ceiling. Don't pull your head, very light, and lowering down. Elbows opening, knees opening, and arch. And again, close the lower back, knees, elbows up. Keep breathing, no holding your breath. Keep going and moving one more time. There's no rule how you should breathe. You just have to keep breathing. No holding. And then come back to center. Release. Relax your legs. Come to your relaxation position. Feet apart, arms apart. Nice and relaxed. You can cover yourself with a blanket if you feel that you're a little chilled. So you are lying down on the floor with your shoulders relaxed. Your breath comfortable and feeling that your spine has renewed itself. Your spine has been stimulated for all new circulation. It's very important that when you create change in your body, for example, a tightness that you have had in your neck or in your upper spine or anywhere in your body, remember that when that releases, that can create an uncomfortable symptom. It could be that you may have headache, or you may have ache, or you may have a weird feeling there. Do not label it as bad. Just say that, I'm adjusting to the change that I have myself created. You can guide your body towards healing with this sentence all the time. Because we are a miracle. This body is a miracle, and you can't always know what's going on. And as soon as something seems wrong or hurting, the most likely we right away label it as bad, and that we are not okay, or that we are becoming ill, or we have hurt ourselves and now that body part is going to be worse, or something is wrong. Encourage your body to balance itself and heal itself at all times. Say that, okay, something is happening in my shoulder. It's regulating. It's healing itself. It's processing what we have done. It's finding its own balance. Instead of labeling it worse, say that it's better. It's going to be better. If you had a faint headache anytime, okay, some kind of thing is happening in my head, but it necessarily doesn't have to be in the head. It could be that your circulation towards your head has become better. Of course, if the symptom is really bad, that it's going to other direction, you need to be doing something about it. Release pressure always with soft and slow movement, and that helps. Let me stop talking. Let you just listen to your body, what's going on in there, in whichever position you are in and feel good to be in. Just focus on your breath, taking a deep inhale and exhale, and further releasing with your exhale. Stay with your breath, even though it might be quiet, even though there might be sounds at your home. Just finish it up. Just one more minute. Stay true to yourself. Let's take a deeper inhale to fill up your lungs and then exhale strongly, either through nose or through your mouth. Blow it out. Inhale. One more deeper inhale. And exhale. Bring your focus to your hands. You may stay there, lying on your back. You can bend your knees if you like, nice and slow. And then bring your hands to Namaste in front of your chest. As long as you're warm, you can continue resting. Love and respect and gratitude that comes from this beautiful Anjali Mudra and how we call Namaste. I thank you for joining today. Thank yourself for practicing again today with yourself. And I thank you for joining my practice. Namaste. And this is a greeting from rainy Cyprus. I hope you have sun wherever you are at this time. Take care. See you soon. All the best. Stay happy and healthy. And I will see you soon again. Bye-bye.